Welcome back. I know you missed.
What's up?
I missed you at least, okay? It's been some pretty crazy action so far. Right now, Choco Taco's team look firmly in control of their own destiny. They do not look like they're dropping off any moment right now, but Kings Canyon look like they're coming back.
They're putting in some work. They're putting in some work, but you know who else is putting in some work? It's Lyric's team.
Yeah,
Lyric,
sure
Shorty, and Seagull have definitely been slow climbing. They didn't do really well at the very beginning, but it was just game after game. They're now finding themselves right before the break. We saw in the standings, they're third place, and you know Seagull's got something to do with that.
And it's them plus Visrespect plus the Broys have been like cycling through that third place spot. It's been all up and down there. But Lyric and Shorty, we've talked about them quite a bit. But Seagull is a guy who is pretty cool too. Let's take a look at Seagull.
I believe in you, Seagull.
I got him.
Another team! Another team!
Oh, wait. He's just a stream sniper. We're fine. I don't know. He just ran at us with punching, with melee. We're fine. Someone's here.
All good.
Blue wants to help.
He's getting him his boy right there.
Wait, what?
His boy right in front of him!
Oh, Babai goes down again. Seagull's in another 1v1.
Right in front of him!
What's happening right now?
No, we don't know, dude.
Seagull, I can't even watch
No,
this play. Seagull forced to clutch up one more time. He does it again. Amazing.
No, the punch!
Oh.
So close.
Oh, so much action here. Just Team Papega. Currently ranked third. Try and stay there, see if they can get higher here. The final hour of the Apex Legends Challenge.
Let's be real though, if you can hold your own with that much of just pretty much a pistol and 2 shotgun bullets left, that was insane.
That's pretty good. I am Prowler. We haven't seen a Prowler in a while.
Shorty guy is able to find himself up. That guy Lyric actually is able to spot him out as well. I love it when he's able to use that username. That guy Lyric.
That guy, Lyric. We were talking earlier about the Arc Stars giving us kind of the Halo vibes.
Yeah.
Prowler also giving me heavy Halo vibes.
I mean,
kind of AR looking HUD.
Yeah, it very much looks very similar to a popular weapon within that world. And shooting-wise, it feels kind of bit the same as well.
Similar shooty feel, you know.
Shooty feel.
That's the technical term.
And when you hold down the trigger, it feels near the same. The shooty feel.
The pew-pew is a little important.
This has just gone downhill.
Yeah, we should.
This joke was
somebody wrap this up.
Minorly funny at first, and then we.
Yeah.
It's almost just as comical as like wanting to go to the Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, that or like Wave Punk's game performance, one of the two.
Like, you remember that waterfall, dude?
Kings Canyon, 4 points away. 4 away from Reed's money team right now.
We love you. We love
That's the
you,
closest
Wavy.
we've seen it yet.
We love you, Wavy.
It's my first day meeting both of you, and I'm just throwing both of you under the bus whenever I can. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I live under the bus. It's fine.
All right, so what do we got here? With the 12 remaining.
No, but for real, right now there's a 4-point difference between first and second. That was like 30 points at one point. And right now, they're coming back.
Are you actually? I want to actually see if we can get, because I know we've been tracking some statistics from time and again. I want to see like what the last 4 games of Kings Canyon as far as kill counters go, and what the last 4 games of the other team has gone. You know, to like find a way to see like how much momentum are they actually gaining.
Because it's clear it's been dense, right? Like I was visually keeping track of just with Dr. Disrespect and Shroud because we got the beef, we've got the drama going on between them, and I wanted to see what that looked like, and then out of nowhere, Papega was just climbing colossally, and we were worried about the momentum for maybe, the gods that we expect of Battle Royales. Little do we know, Papega.
The other teams, they had some 17 kill games. Only
I guess
17. But generally, it's been pretty even. Right now, it's just the Choco Tacos team. Yeah, just not been able to keep as quite a lead. It's been a slow and steady grind.
It is, but now we actually need to think about the action that we're looking at. Kings Canyon is on your screen. Specifically, we're taking a look at Dizzy. King Richard went down earlier, didn't actually have the banner, because Dizzy doing what Dizzy does best, and he ran out by himself. Now, Ninja is going to have to be forced to get the recover. The beacon, the respawn beacon has been acquired of King Richards, and now Dizzy is just going to be dinking people with this wingman, as he's able to get himself one knockdown
I just absorbed his entire peacekeeper.
Moves up.
Try to
The
get it
doors.
down. Oh, open the
man.
door. No, you open the door. No, you open the door. No. How about you just do you
Yeah,
want to go down?
he's
Oh, no,
clearly
he's just
wishing
gonna end
that
up
door
phasing
wasn't
out.
open.
Oh, he's not able to open the door. So when you're knocked down, you actually have the opportunity to close the door back. Ninja's going, no, you're not allowed in my house. You're not allowed in my house.
And also when you're
blocks the phase.
When you're in Wraith form, you can't open doors.
No.
So she was just stuck outside.
Oh my goodness. Can we give a shout out to Dizzy, specifically that dodge the second that he opened that door, going for the crouch to make sure that it was just that much more difficult to be able to shoot. Beyond the clever plays with the door coming out from Ninja, everything about the squad. The door got kicked open thanks to a nice nade. The second one, does Dizzy clutch it? One team left against him here.
He's like, bro, what are you doing? I just want to revive my teammate, man. Can you stop trying to do this? Lots of damage is going to go out. Thankfully, though, because he broke the shields, that means it's going to be an opportunity for him to get the full revive up. He's able to do just that, and right back to the fight, the Wraith goes.
And now it's going to be the 2 versus 1. We'll see if Ninja gets the full shield off. He at least gets the shielding. Going for the med kit now. Does it tick? Couple seconds out.
This is a whole new squad, too, mind you.
Yeah. He's trying to get the heal off. The pressure, Dizzy moves up, gets a couple of shots. Ninja will, in fact, be able to get the heal in 2 seconds. Shielding not available for Dizzy. He's going to go and warp out. When he comes back, will he hold his own here? Trying to shield up, but so much damage coming through. Brings out the pistol. Digital threat. It's a threat, but it is not the kill he needs yet.
No, he does thankfully have full shields, and that's just enough for him to be able to get the down as well as the kill onto his opponent. Now he finds himself up to 12 kills in this game. Both Ninja is up, and he does have the respawn beacon, remind you, for King Richard, so he can decide to drop that down if he wants to. Unfortunately, the ring ends up closing. Oh, he's going to go ahead and do it. So this is something you see a lot of players actually have an opportunity to do. Because this is only round 2, it's not doing a ton of damage when you're outside of the ring. So he actually throws down the respawn timer, throws some meds down so King Richard can actually get back into the fight, and then Dizzy now is going to be able to run. He pops his ultimate to be able to get some extra speed boost and get some extra, but not only does he do that, but it drops the portal down for King Richard to go once he gets on the respawn.
So he can get the escape afterwards. And one of the reasons why rezzing in the zone is actually extremely effective, even more so when you have plays like this portal coming out from Dizzy, is the fact that though you have a 15-second descent time while you're in the ship, you are not taking damage. You are not a part of the game yet. It is not until you actually leap out of the ship that you actually start taking damage. So in reality, you have distance from hitting the ground, running to the portal, and that is it worth of damage. At most, I'm going to say, a couple of ticks here and there, and on a round 2 circle, that's about nada.
So Dizzy's going to hard reset now to come try to help out his teammate. Ninja is going to be able to be there. A couple shots. Ooh, isn't able to get it. Thankfully, though, just as I say that, he is able to get the knockdown. 32 damage was all it needed. King Richard is back alive, and if you actually take a look, King Richard was able to find himself an epic armor. Another knockdown is going to happen.
What?
Another is going to happen. That's going to be the elimination. Dizzy is showing us why Kings Canyon is still in the running.
We walked in today, and I was talking about the Spitfire, and you guys, okay, maybe a little bit of credit, but all I've learned today is I do not wingman hard enough. This gun is disgusting what some of these players are able to make happen.
2 points, gentlemen. 2 points stand
baby.
between first and second place. Kings Canyon is knocking on the door of the money team. They have their own mob. The King have come to collect their royalties.
But also, the Shroud Disrespect battle. Shroud is back on top for the first time in a while, taking that 3rd place spot.
And considering some of the third party we were looking at, that Pepega, what are they doing? They actually have taken a back seat, actually dropping a little bit lower. So suddenly, those guys we expected really stepping up, and Dizzy still continuing that here. Got a single knock. Can he get the second on the right-hand side? He does. Third man sitting right in front of him. Will he bring out the wingman, give him the old clock here?
7 shield batteries stand between him and certain death. He's going to be able to try to see, does he want to get the no? No, look at the quick flick to move around. 45, 45. That's going to be a death. Another 1v3 coming out by Dizzy. 18 kills, 3 squads still left alive.
He's not playing Apex Legends. He's playing number generator.
Yeah, no.
How many numbers can I make? Ooh, I like 45s. Let's make 45 now. Pop, 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 pop.
It feels like the way he's getting this loot, he's getting a number generator as well.
You
My
want to make
goodness.
it better? He drops a care package, gets dropped down. He picks up a legendary Mastiff. So now he's got he's got the mid-range of the wingman. He's got the short range of the Mastiff. Nothing is standing in between Dizzy and his potential throne.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one here. I have a hard time saying that.
It's a little Dizzy.
Yeah, you could say it is at this point.
18 kills
man.
he's at. He dropped 21 to start the day. There's 3 squads left. He can do it again.
6 points, and now,
they're on
ladies
top!
and gentlemen, we've got an even tie. 315 points. Kings Canyon and Reed's Money Team find themselves. It is a $1,000 difference that they find themselves potentially getting with that first place. And as it's looking thus far, with 3 squads left alive, we saw Ninja actually was able to get himself a knock. All is looking good for Kings Canyon.
Look at that maneuvering, though, with the flight over. With the possibility to be able to get this recover?
All three in front
It
of
says
me.
the recovery there, but I think that might be a slight UI adjustment there. Don't think that's going to be the case.
One.
Nice 45. Knock number 2. Does he find himself a third? I mean,
Where's more
at
numbers?
this point, I'm upset when numbers don't display.
Look at
on
all
the
them pretty
screen.
numbers.
21. He's tied his all-time high of today thus far.
Mastiff.
He's popping with the Mastiff. That's 90. That's the champion. Dizzy, Kings Canyon. I think they just took the lead.
22. They certainly did. They were tied when we saw the Stanias last time. They get at least 5 kills, plus the 4 kills they just got, plus the 5 for the win there. And I want us to hold on this screen for just a moment longer. I want to see how many kills they had in total. We'll check in with it later.
Nice.
Here is the Reed's Money Team. They are now playing from behind for the first time in like 3 hours.
But like, are they really playing from behind? You know, like they were sitting at even. I think after that they're going to end up being down by like 5 or 6 points. A win here with 24 members left alive could put them back up ahead. But this just shows how neck and neck these two teams really are.
Back and forth. 7 squads left here for them to clean up.
I have a weird feeling that, like, Huskers has been really, maybe not hitting Super Saiyan status, right? What if this is the world where now that he's hit the rank 2, he's going to look at the charts, be like, all right, time to step up, put pedal to the metal
He's
here.
like, how many kills does he get?
Yeah.
Okay, watch this.
Yeah,
Watch this.
he goes from, Huskers to the biggest old pupper we've ever seen. And I'm ready for it.
We'll see what happens here right now. Man, 9-point lead for Kings Canyon.
Do I fight or what?
I don't know, dude. Probably
It's
not.
full team, probably not.
Whole team, probably not.
On me.
Gamble
You
it.
can just fight him later. I would run.
I mean, he's by himself.
I'm waiting to get closer. One guy's
I
running
mean,
to the building.
ask
I
Dizzy
guess
if
no,
that's
never mind.
not him.
He has
That's my answer to that one.
Choco Taco behind him. Oh, there's one.
Nice little knock, though. We seem to forget, though. We saw so much wingman action in the last, 5 minutes.
There's
By
a
the way,
Spitfire.
the Spitfire still exists. 2 knockdowns now coming out for Huskers, as it looks like they still find themselves in a pretty
Also,
good
look at
position.
I was going to say secondary.
Look at what he's got in his backup as well.
Ah, well, all right.
He's got the class.
He's ready to go.
Oh, my goodness.
So take your pick. Pick your
Yeah.
poison.
At that point, it just comes down to, I feel like, which one has the better attachment. That's the one I'm going to stick to for now.
Now, for those of you that are wondering on time, it is currently 5:15 on the West Coast. 30 minutes remaining.
They can play until 5:59. They are allowed to play until 5:59. That is when their last game has to be started by then, and they can finish that game.
The last game has to be started, I thought, by 5:45.
It is 5:59.
It is 5:59? All right, 5:59 it is. So, still plenty of time left remaining. It doesn't seem like a lot,
Oh,
but...
check it out. We got a timer.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wow.
Ba-da-bam. That makes it so much simpler. No more clock math.
Who knew we had the technology? Like,
I'm digging them. They're in this building.
2019. Got clocks, man.
got a good nade, too. Gonna throw a second. You got pressure on the right-hand side, no shielding available. Gonna go ahead and back and retreat. And, that's a common technique. Anytime you lose shielding, you immediately want to go to the shielding based on the fact that it's better than health on all the arguments I've kind of given throughout the stream over the day. And that's part of the reason we saw Dizzy in that last round. When he got the break on the shield, was able to go with the res immediately after. And that's just an element when it keeps reoccurring. I think it's important to bring up because it will help everybody at home. If you want to get better at Apex Legends, these are I'm understanding what the right choice is in all the situations that these pro streamers very much are.
Now, Jago Dago. He wants that top spot back. Because you realize for these guys, they talk to each other all the time.
Yeah.
The money is fun. They're doing their normal streams right now. These guys are just earning money the way they do every day. But they want to be the winners. They want to win Twitch Rivals.
One guy's in that building.
The first place is not just about money. It's about the pride and the honor of being able to brag to your fellow streamers that I was better than you. 329 to 321, an 8-point difference right now as Kings Canyon is starting to pull away a little bit more. So they got into another game, started getting those kills.
On the roof, dude. On the roof where we are.
Yeah, one's knocked, one's low in here. One shot.
So
boys
8 points ahead.
Fuck, one on me.
Now, we don't have to rule. We can't rule out the boys, though. They do still, yeah, they are 27 points behind. Believe it or not, that isn't something
There's an hour to go.
that is unreachable. 21 points was, I believe, the largest deficit Kings Canyon fell below Reed's money team. So things aren't going out of the mark just yet. However, shots are being hit across the board as Choco Taco is able to get themselves yet another wipe. 4 squads, 12 members are left alive in this game.
Really got to appreciate just how fast you saw Choco Taco swap over to that Spitfire and able to immediately find the tracking, hit the couple of shots wall, having the mobility through that staircase because pretty poor lighting, within that section. Hard to always maybe able to keep track of that. And more importantly, helping a team that needs as many points as they possibly can. Huskers has really been able to step up for the squad, but as we know, this final hour, I feel like things are going to get wild. It seems like we have an idea what's going to happen, and I feel like every time we've done that, things get more weird, so I'm expecting that to keep up.
Let's look together.
And just to be clear, that timer is to the beginning
I really think if we don't drop
of their last game. They have to be in the lobby before that timer hits 0. They can keep playing the duration of that game once the timer is hit 0, but they cannot queue up for another match. So that timer will hit 0 here in about an hour, and we will keep watching gameplay. If you're confused, that's why. And if you're like, hey, you know what? You haven't shown my boy Tim the Tapman very much, and you know what? I'm with you, man. Tim the Tapman's pretty great, but hey, this is a 2-monitor show. You need to have at least 2 monitors, one for us and one for your favorite streamer. They're all live on Twitch right now. Click the little black circle on your screen. That is Twitch extension will show you all of the players who are competing in this tournament right now, and you can show them. And hey, tweet me your setup. If you've got more than 2 monitors going on, show me. I want to see it. At WavePunkRL, I will retweet you if you do,
Shout out Frank,
cool.
but okay.
Shout out to Wave. Wave has been the most generous person today.
so nice.
He is giving out his Twitter handle for free.
Yeah, that and a Choco Taco plus a sub over to Choco Taco.
I didn't say the sub. That was.
I think I heard a sub. Did you hear a sub? I think I heard a sub.
I heard a sub.
I thought I heard a sub.
I think it's a sub. Well, it's okay, Wave. It's all right.
That was an ult coming in from an enemy, Bangalore.
Found him up the hill, but Choco Taco returning fire here with his Spitfire. Pressure up, I believe, from Vision.
4 squads still left. There are 9 members still left alive. We're going to swap over to one of his teammates now in Visions. He's going to be able to get the height advantage. Knockdown's going to be able to happen, so he's going to snap down to a little bit of a different target. Changing over to the Peacemaker that he's going to try to get the lifeline, but it's not going to matter because Choco Taco will help him out. And they're going to get yet another 3 points added to the mark. And so just when you think that it's Kings Canyon who's going to run away with it, don't rule out Reed's money team.
They're heavy there.
Now only 3 squads remaining, close to getting another victory. I would say the Orchid on the Peacekeeper, great skin choice.
Last squad.
Is that what we got right now?
It was. Oh, and hey, the other squad got eliminated, now down to 2.
I know.
Damn, that was quick.
It's going to be interesting to see how long it takes this team to find this other squad, right? That's been a problem we've been bringing up over and over again. It seems like we hear shots already in an enemy ping. This should be it. Identifying it quickly. Oh, perfect round for this team
they're
that
right
absolutely
here.
needs it. They're already here, already available. There's going to be one dropped. Vision getting a side flank along with Huskers on the other. Find themselves a secondary.
There they go.
Only 2-man group and another great victory here. And picking up points when they need it.
Yeah, for sure. They cannot afford to fall behind right now. They want to take that number 1 spot back. They need these wins. They need all these kills. Let's go check in with Papega, Lyric, Shorty, and Seagull. They're also in the running for top 3. Need to find a way to pull it off.
It's always like
In 4th place, so they're still doing well. Again, it's part of that consistency factor. We talked about this a lot with ZF, taking a look at the European region. They're kind of employing a lot of the same strategy, but all 3, Lyric, Shorty, as well as Seagull, being like, you know what, sometimes we just need to take slow and steady, and we need to try to see if we can figure out a little bit of a better way to handle this, because we might not be the ones getting 20 kill bombs, but at least we're making sure to operate as a team.
one's close right.
I'm on board with Shorty.
Down the hall. We're coming.
Right next to you.
Taking a lot of damage there.
He just closes.
Seagull ends up closing it. Nice ping. They get a 3-man reveal. Bit of damage on the first target to move out. Lyric gets a clean pressure there. We're going to see Seagull. He needs to be able to move up and zone off that choke for a little bit longer as the mech hit now going to be dropped in the downtime here for Short Guy. That'll help out a lot. As Seagull, as you see in the top right, the kill feed, cleaning up 3 kills, I believe, here. And that's the whole team down.
Despite the extra kills that they were able to get and the win, Reed's money team still finds themselves 2 points behind. But look, The slow creep up yet again. The Broys now only sitting at 21. Taking a look at what we're seeing, though, I believe that it was Shroud that actually just got at least a 20 bomb in his last game.
Yeah, she like
They've continued to climb up. Got 3 teams now above 300 points.
I think she tried to like.
Team Vega is able to move above Disrespect the Craft, but only the 2-point difference. It is so close. And 2-point difference between first and second as well. It is coming down to the wire. In Europe, we had a pretty clear favorite at this point.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No.
Not here in North America.
And with 53 minutes still remaining, including the match that they queue up to at the very end, there's a pretty good chance that somebody's going to break that 400 mark.
Yeah. Could easily pull
Someone
it
just
off.
respawned far west at the airbase.
We get out of their initial drop, start to move across the Kings Canyon. It is a team name, but it is also the name of the map.
This corridor, or this, not more so the lack of corridor,
Yeah.
I guess, that kind of exists in this area. It's always really scary for me to move across. Honestly, the only time I enjoy it is if I am a Pathfinder, which is more often than not for me, but not your average Joe, purely because you can grapple onto those things above and fly really far and get out of that open territory quick. It's not necessarily going to look poor here for Pepega at this moment in time, but it's one of those moments, while watching these players, note some of the higher risk areas that if you run into an initiation and aren't as good as them, you might want to pick better fights.
Now,
Kings Canyon trying to escape the clutches of the circle.
back to our number 1 team. There are 9 squads left remaining. They actually ended up fighting what it looks like to believe way outside of the ring. So now they're going to have to be forced to med up and actually run for high country back into the ring itself so they can stay safe. It does look like 2 of the members are already there. Now they're still remaining on King Richard. As you can see, it is quite the visual and audio effect when you find yourself outside the ring.
We'll be able to make it safely, though, so that's one thing that's really good here for the roster. And spare syringes even beyond that point. It's only going to take roughly 2 for King Richard to be able to heal up to maximum HP. As we see them drop there. And now the question is, what do we see from this squad? The double NRG between King Richard and Dizzy down below, and Ninja.
21 points separate second and third place, and 24 points separate first and third place. So there's a really good opportunity for the Broys to get themselves some steam. They started that, they got themselves some steam in the first about hour number 2. Now they're going to have to find it again if they want an opportunity to get themselves into that top 2 situation. And if that's the case, and the members of Kings Canyon and Reed's Money Team continue to frag out the way that they have, we could have a 3-way horse race to the top.
How exciting would that be? Come around the final corner 3 wide. 50 minutes left to go.
9 squads left here for Ninja.
Well, looks like Kings Canyon definitely also opting for the Feed Your Bloodhound, the ultimate accelerants.
One thing that, I'd have to go back and watch Ninja's perspective to keep track of, but, since you brought up the idea of we haven't seen much past the Peacekeeper, I've been looking at how often do we get the EVA 8. Ninja specifically seems more often than not with an EVA 8 over a Peacekeeper. He seems like to like the auto shotty. I don't know if that's, something from Fortnite or a different game that's kind of translating over to playstyle, or if he actually just thinks it's objectively better.
I think it is the best of the quote-unquote normal shotgun.
Yeah.
Peacekeeper is a strange gun, even though it is super strong, and it might just be a simple comfort thing.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see. Or what if it's, just inconvenience? What if every time he's literally just only found an even 8 and that's what he's going through here?
Now, though, we're finding ourselves back onto Dizzy as he's going to be able to use what he has done all too well.
He literally walked through that guy.
Super far, super far.
I just want to know, I'm not doubting Dizzy as a player. Clearly, he's proven to, I think, a lot of people today. He's a dude to look out for. But what does he look like? You removed the wingman from the series. Is he equally as lethal in other areas, or is that's the weapon of choice
Also,
today?
what does he actually
what does he look like?
Because
Yeah,
his webcam is just showing you how skilled his mouse movement is,
Yeah.
but you actually can't see his face.
He's got a little bit of that Hayam Ghostu vibe, where so you just put up the original stream. It's not, you're there for the good gameplay and that's it. And honestly, man, he's providing.
Maybe he's Abraham Lincoln.
What?
You can't prove me
You
wrong.
could have picked any.
You can't prove me
It's
wrong.
because he's tall, and we're tall.
Is he? I don't know. Is he tall?
Abraham Lincoln is.
Maybe he sure is.
Just saying, have you seen Abraham Lincoln and Disney in a room together?
Nope.
Ninja. One's hurt, one's hurt.
Telling you, math checks out. He
honestly-
continues to click on heads.
I think the only Abe link we can get into this is if somehow he lands on 16 kills. So that's the best thing we can aim for here, boys.
We'll see what happens.
Let's hope, come on, Dizzy, so our Abel Ingram reference actually holds true. I believe in you, man. Look, there's one, only 2 more and you're good.
Another sliding elimination coming out from one of the players today. It doesn't matter if you're going up, it doesn't matter if you're going down. You could be hanging upside down, and these guys are going to be hitting their headshots. So good things are happening for them. Less than 50 minutes left remaining now, ladies and gentlemen, that's watching at home. For these players, you can see 14 kills now going into the hands of Dizzy. And with 4 squads left alive, there is an opportunity for them to continue to push up the way that they need.
You see that dropout in the distance coming through, along with possibly a res out there, I believe. They have the ability to be able to get the pressure if they would like to do so. Instead, finding somebody off to the right. Wingman not connecting as much as Dizzy has in the past. I'm not going to lie, that's one of those moments you go, Dizzy, what's wrong with you? Like, you didn't hit every single shot. Hey, it works out for him, but it's just like, did something happen? You know, because it has been, awe-inspiring how much we have seen the accuracy from Dizzy and that Wingman.
He's one away from your beloved 16. The player that has scored the most and the second most single kills in a game today.
And recently sponsored and picked up as well, right?
Yep, he was picked up by Energy. They announced it, I believe, yesterday. So a really good situation for him immediately to, kind of show his value and show his merit, not only as a player, but as a streamer that gets on the Energy brand along with King Richard, as now they find themselves in yet another fight. And yet again, him and his teammate from Energy, King Richard, proving their value, proving their worth as more eliminations occur. Now only 2 squads left remain.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, I don't know Dizzy's background whatsoever, but if, this is the first time getting picked up, been looking for that a long time, it has got to feel great to be able to provide for a sponsor in that moment, going, I've been trying to prove myself my whole life, and the moment you get that validation, being like, look at how good I am, and providing that for the roster, I think, is a feeling that feels absolutely great whenever you can.
NRG's got to love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Our boy's doing fantastic here. King Richard's doing well as well.
No, we have 32
minutes. End up moving with a portal, so it's an opportunity to get a retreat. It's a little bit outside of the zone, but not going to be a threat for about 2 more minutes.
2 squads left. I'm pretty sure Dizzy's doing the Dizzy move of, well, you guys do what you want to do. I'm going to go find this person, cover 2 sides of the map at once.
Tell me to not just interrupt that. I did.
But right now, they're still following him.
That's the worst. 0.1 second.
Ever.
You guys want to play the game of guess where that squad is?
And yet again, we find ourselves in everyone's favorite minigame of Apex Legends. It was added, at the beginning of launch, and it seems like all of these top-level players and streamers are getting an opportunity to play that minigame to its fullest, with the reward being nothing more than frustration.
It should be noted, the only reason it seems like it happens a lot, because it really doesn't when you play your own, right? It's only because we're watching players who are so skilled, and they're literally trying to hunt kills as fast as they can, that we hit this kind of like, that other group might be just literally not crossing paths.
It's like there's this perimeter around the players, and if you step into the perimeter, you die.
Yeah.
And there's just plenty of players just throughout the lobby, just running into it. But then when it gets down to just one person, they have to actually go and try and get that perimeter over him. And like, where did he go?
It's kind of like, really it feels like there are, a bunch of moths following the light, and they touch it, they get zapped, they all fall to the ground. And the question is, have they brought the light close enough to the insects to get their attention?
The insects. That's the rest of us.
He might be behind.
Do you think it's actually just one player this time?
I don't. We've never seen it be just one whenever they think it is. It's always 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think it's just a situation where you just have a team that's playing normal, aka playing it slow.
Imagine being in this lobby, being like, ooh, I'm the last man alive. Cool. I'm hiding in this house. And then you look out the window and you look at the banners. You see, oh, the champions, King Richard, Dizzy, and Ninja.
Fear.
No, I straight up go, where is the circle? What is the most effective camping strategy? And how can we hopefully find, a lose-lose scenario for them so we can at least get ourselves a knock and maybe feel good about ourselves at the end of the day?
So the mighty Lord Zeno just donated $20 saying, go sub to Dizzy, he deserves it. And you know what? I have to agree.
I agree, man. The guy's amazing here today.
They might be here. They're here. They're only
21 points seem to be the deficit for the Broys and Team's Money Team for second place. That's now been dropped by 1 to 20. And you want to talk about running away with it now. Kings Canyon turned that 2-point advantage to a 12-point advantage from first over to second place. So really good job by them to just continue to push themselves up. Now you can see the pushes coming out. They're going to try to see if they can find them. A couple pings are coming. So it's going to be the ultimate that's popped there by Dizzy to see where are the teammates and more importantly, where are those last squad enemies.
will help in case they get in a bad initiation. I believe maybe a shot taken there? I don't know what that was on the mini-map for a moment, but either way, they got the drop. We'll see if we get a Mastiff or a Kraber. I believe that was Supercharger for the Devotion.
Where they are.
I don't know. I didn't get to catch it there, but
I believe that was a turbocharger hop up. Yeah.
It was very, very fast.
Yeah, I hear him walking.
He's on me.
Found him.
pressure on Ninja.
Surprise!
It was just one dude.
You're right.
For once it was.
Today it was just one dude. Only took us about 7 hours, but we found it.
Whew, got
Party,
it.
guys.
7th try.
Good shit.
Sam, but seriously, man, I'm proud of the spot, man. Everyone's pulling their weight. This is going off.
Ninja, El Jefe, giving his support, trying to pump up the team, keep the morale high as they are trying to close this out. But here is their biggest competition, Reed's Money team. Choco Taco, Visions, Huskers. I almost said Real Crafty. He's on a different team.
He's on the Visrespect and the Crafties.
He
remember?
is, exactly.
I wanted to say that, it's not the major thing or the most revolutionary or anything, but I just have huge appreciation for anybody who comms-wise is very supportive and brings up a whole morale. As a guy who used to be a leader in, for a competitive team, it's an important thing to have, even in the not-so-try-hard tournaments, and I just appreciate whenever you can see that there. Everybody's doing a great job, it's just being able to get that feedback.
You hear that, who's watching at home? Positive reinforcement is a really good thing.
Yeah, saying hit your shots is usually not the best way to make sure that player in fact does that.
I remember watching Mr. Dreadnought here, watching his stream, and they dropped into this one game. He picked up a Peacekeeper. His two teammates get down, and it's him versus one guy, and his teammates are both screaming, "You hit these! You hit these, Dreadnought!" And he whiffed everything. And he's like, "Dude, you put me on the BlizzCon stage in that moment."
I went from in my bedroom to the BlizzCon stage. It was so much pressure.
Yep.
Now
Which they are on now.
We want to take a look and see at the standings yet again, because this is something we're going to be following over the course of the next 42 minutes, as those standings are going to have to get updated pretty soon yet again, because Huskers in the company of Reed's Money team are still racking in those kills. So just when you thought Kings Canyon was running away with it, Reed's Money team are firing back.
They cut the deficit back down to 8 points. A win and just a few kills. Easily pull it in. 13 kills right now from Huskers.
Competing.
They're not making it easy for Kings Canyon to take this win.
I feel like as the game is going to be moving on, as we're ticking down with that 41 minutes remain, we know these later squads, with only 3 or 2 squads going to be remaining, that these guys, it's efficiency on when you can find them. Here we find another initiation for the third squad. The question is once this gets done and Huskers ends up cleaning here with Choco Taco and Visions, how long does it take for squad number 2 here?
Well, just when you thought everything was going to be great, by phasing as a Wraith, you get yourself right out of the world and immediately.
The phase seems kind of broken until you do it. And then you're like, okay, I can get away, but I don't know where anything is. And it actually, when you're running through the area, you like these apparitions, these visions of people that aren't there show up in your vision. So you kind of are running blind to some degree.
My goodness.
Oh,
they found him.
Spitfire.
After shot. The long range from the Spitfire. You could see the damage counters adding up. And you know what? Wait, not just when you think the Spitfire is what we need to watch. Let me show you how the wingman works. Champion banner pops up. You are the champion, Huskers. You're going to wipe some sweat off your brow because yet again, Reed's Money team pick up a win.
I mean, he did, within that one clip alone, it had to have been near 300 to 400 damage, it felt like. That was absolutely ridiculous there from Huskers. Just at that range and having that amount of accuracy with how big, or more so small of a window he had, colored me impressed.
Back over with Kings Canyon. It'll be just kind of a constant juggle between these two teams.
Make it work. Nah, it's fine. We're gonna slay this
Kings
out.
Canyon is trying to hold on to this lead.
You guys got that.
So this is a new match. Remember, they did just win their last one. They were able to get that final one member. They were able to queue up immediately and get themselves right back in. Peacemaker and a Hemlock now for Dizzy. Doesn't have his wingman, but it doesn't mean he's any short of being able to have some lethal damage behind him. Gonna have to be forced to reload.
Do you see this?
Oh my, that warp was very confident.
He's got 171 kills right now in this tournament. Shrouded 124 on the Bangalore. And Seagull racking up the kills as well at 105.
And just when you think he can't get any better, he's going to come in and do all the damage with a Hemlock. You think I need a wingman? Nah, give me a Hemlock. I'm totally fine. He's able to hit all of those shots. He's going to have to be forced to bob and weave.
Also, I think it's worth noting, Tim the Tapman making it here onto this board. with 49 kills on the Caustic.
Hey, Caustic mains unite.
There he goes. 4,000 bits. Oh my goodness, Umac, thank you so much. I'm sure Dizzy appreciates it.
His heart bits as well, showing the love,
was gonna say
spreading
the
the
love.
love. If you guys haven't made sure that you checked out Dizzy, head over to his channel. You can see the link at the top right. That's twitch.tv/Dizzy. He does end up going down. There's 90 seconds remaining for him to be able to pick up his banner. So all is not lost yet because he does still have 2 powerhouse members such as King Richard and Ninja on his team.
So lucky, man. He had shot me the worst pistol.
Dizzy, though, down.
Plenty of time to recover. Don't go for their covers instantly.
The 1 versus 1.
No, Ninja's got a triple take. No.
Oh, my. It's a bad
Oh.
spot with Dizzy down and that
Oh,
going
he's gonna
down.
get
There's
finished.
the execute.
No.
Oh.
The humiliation.
Hands off keyboard. Nothing you can do.
The pain in his eyes.
Do we have the last member here for the full recovery with
There's
Richard?
King Richard.
And
Oh,
he gets
it's
the one
one.
knock.
Gonna need a few more.
Takes the knockdown shield down so he can make sure to get that full elimination because even if he dies here, they still want to make sure that they can get those extra kills where they need.
It's really important as well that he got that elimination. You do not want to get killed by Shrek 2 memes.
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
point.
like Shrek memes, fine, but Shrek 2 memes, that's them. Come on.
Swapping over the pistol after the Peacemaker not connecting the way he wants. The reload there.
Oh my!
You got it.
You hit one, you pull a 180, you hit 2. It looks like it's going to be, is that everybody? He's lurking around like it seems like there's another. He's going to find the bodies after bodies inside that building. Is able to get it. He still needs to recover Ninjas. Ninjas is right outside. He picks up the banner. You can see it on his screen. And 160 meters away is a respawn. And with all the dead bodies there, it looks like his team's going to be able to rotate appropriately. They're still alive,
They'll
boys.
probably come back and loot all of that after they get the respawn off. But here's the thing. We talked earlier about time being money. Time is running short right now. And taking this valuable moments to go respawn your team, get back, do what you did when you dropped, and just get initial loot is kind of rough. And it is a tie game again as Reed's money team comes back.
We've got a barn burner on our hands. 367 points with Kings Canyon and Reed's money team on that tie.
It's going to be exciting here. At this point, it is anyone's race. As the res does end up coming in, one thing to keep in mind on the note of time, like Wavepunk was highlighting before, not only is it time with the race towards that end there, but also just in this map itself and the fact that the zone is closing in within 15 seconds, and they are not towards the center, at least not quite yet. They have quite a bit of distance to kind of trek, not only to hit the circle, which I'm not too concerned about. These guys are going to be fine within the circle. It's more so the positioning and furthering those kills, because right now people are in that circle dying, and those kills are the ones they need for points.
Need those kills.
And there's actually, though, thankfully for Kings Canyon, a lot of people still left alive. When we take a look at the end of round 1, in a lot of these pub lobbies, you have a lot of people dying early because many squads decide to hot drop. They don't spread themselves out. They aren't reflective of what you see mainly in competitive battle royale play. As a result, with 34 players left alive, that's 31 dog tags they can potentially collect.
Absolutely, and we're gonna go check back in with their competition. This is back and forth. If you got multiple monitors, you should have somebody on Kings Canyon, somebody on Reed's money team.
Go to the other one.
If you want to be able to follow all the action on the moment, we are bringing you the coverage as we get it.
So we're taking a look at Choco Taco's POV. He has actually been full killed. You take a look on the left side, right below his webcam, you can see it says delivered a beacon, and that's actually Visions that is running over to the beacon. You can see the lovely little beam of light coming down right on
I
that
get to watch a respawn.
beacon. Yeah.
One interesting note here is that's actually back-to-back reses at the exact same point of Skulltown for both teams. Actually, they're both landing Skulltown and playing a very aggressive early game, it seems like. And I wonder if some of the theory behind that is not only the high-end loot that Skulltown has, but also it's isolated enough to not expect a million people, get the loot, and then go find the actual fights with the high dense population you want later, or if there's some kind of other ideology here behind this.
Maybe they just feel an emotional connection to the dead Leviathans that are.
I mean, you know, chat, I need some Fs right now for all the dead Leviathans out there.
F in chat to pay respects. The Leviathans need it, but they're also alive off to the side. They're fine.
All right, we're getting into crunch time, gentlemen. We are at 19 minutes, 40 seconds left remaining. Now, remember, and Wavepunk, you've been highlighting this, and it's something that we need to make sure we keep track of. You can queue up for a game before that timer, but you have to be in the lobby when it hits 0, because then you can potentially play out your last game.
Less than 20 minutes left. These guys running short on time.
Right now, it actually poses a really kind of interesting question, because if you are right now, you know, Huskers, you put yourself in a situation to where a full game, if you're winning it, I'm going to say anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes at the rate at which these guys are playing. And so the question is like, do you want to risk that, like, you know, maybe ending a game short by not necessarily playing that well, look for a double stack and get a full one game and a start right before the end, or what?
Just for the sake of having information that might not necessarily be as useful in a tournament like this, but something that I'd be very curious of seeing, what the average game time of these guys actually are like. Because the average game time, when you play it all the way through to the 4th, 5th, and even 6th round, you find yourself at about the 20-minute mark. These guys, I think you hit the nail on the head with that. They're mostly running around that 15-minute mark because of how quickly they're going. Very few games have actually made it to the end of round number 3 because of how aggressive these guys are playing at those final circles.
And I think, you know, call me the try-hard at heart here, but something about my brain would immediately go, all right, so I've got 2 games left, right, according to how this is going to end. So right now, if you're Huskers, you sit yourself in a very tough situation. You know you can't walk out of the lobby, right? And so it's going to be like, is there any situation where it is worth risking some kind of death or taking a hyphy choice? Because you have 2 games if you die now. You only have 1 if you have, you know, maybe a mediocre approach to the mid game.
There's no reason to not go for it.
Well, that's the next question.
Every fight.
That's the next thing that I actually implore you guys to think about as well is when do you actually decide to do the strategy that Kings Canyon is doing, where you basically send Dizzy off to go do his own thing, and then the other 2 do it? Because split up, whenever you're thinking about high kill games and trying to go for the squad records, every single BR, it's been every single member of the squad going off and doing their own team.
Different place going for the 1v3.
Is there a time when the members here of Reed's Money Team need to employ that strategy?
We're here. I think if you're here, I'll say if you haven't started your game that you intend to do that, your next game, Snap needs to be the solo split. You know, there is no jump master. Each for their own. You go to Skulltown. I got myself over here in Swamps, and we'll meet in the middle when things start going down, or hopefully we've killed everybody in between.
Or you can all drop Skulltown, win the big battles there, and then make yourself to get a spread out.
Directions.
As well.
Land dead center of the map, win that area, and just move in just tertiary direction.
There's so much mobility with the balloons that they've put in Apex Legends that you can essentially move wherever it is that you want to go and go in an opposite direction. Look, you can actually see it right now. You've got the next round that's going to be happening very soon, but they're all deciding to go outside of the ring because they want to try to get themselves some more kills.
Yeah, over to this area.
It's one of my favorites. I believe it's wastewater, is it? Or water treatment is the name of it. Yeah. It's just one of the, you know, it's pretty because it's like not pretty, if you know what I mean. Like it's corrupted.
It's
like
so
if
ugly,
the world
it's
had kind of been left.
It's pretty because you can't smell it.
It's like my grandma's dog. It's so ugly, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That to me is the entire
You refer to yourself
species.
as your grandma's dog?
All right, listen. All right.
9 squads left here. It's Huskers.
To bring Grandma Jump into this.
You're the one who mentioned the grandma here. They are so close. The standings have been neck and neck. Last time we saw them, they were tied up. These 2 teams trying to bring home that $8,000. Also leading in right now, it seems like everyone's winning, right? These 2 teams are winning all the time, which means that it's going to be who gets the most kills who takes the victory, which means that the free team who comes in first, most likely also taking home that most kills prize pool of $7,500, which is what we saw Team Maine do in Europe as well.
Or it might work out in any way.
15 minutes. Just over 15 minutes left remaining.
I was going to say, unlike within the Europe, we saw Team Maine set the tone after hour 1.
We knew how it was going to be.
This is very different than what we've had out of the Europe. Though it is similar, I think it's very important to know that this is far more tense at almost every level of the bracket comparatively than what we got out of the European region.
Yeah, we've been so concentrated on this, we haven't even talked about the Shroud Disrespect rivalry.
Yeah.
And that's been just back and forth.
Because we got a new rivalry, and it's Huskers versus Dizzy.
Versus Dizzy. This is it. Which Wraith player can pull off the most kills? Right now it's been Dizzy, but Husker is also giving him a run for his money.
Damn, Choco too.
Dude, Choco has got the hang of it now.
Dude.
Yeah.
Best Wraiths in A. We're watching him, boys.
Or Northwest.
It's not north.
If you like playing Wraith, these are your boys.
I wonder if it's in the cave.
Huskers.
And remember, both of these guys are streaming right now. You can see at the bottom of each of their windows what their Twitch ads are. So if you guys want to, learn some extra tips about Apex Legends, or more importantly, you just want to learn how to be a better Wraith player, both of these guys are certainly capable of doing so.
On me. I knew it.
We got some pressure.
I'm getting in.
All right, there you go. Ninja with a call out saying on me. That's going to be Dizzy doing an immediate turn around to try to see if he can go help out his team. It's going to be 90,
baby.
90, 45. That's going to be down. The long range is going to hit as well. It's not going to be enough just yet. And look at what we got. It's a tie ball game. A barn burner's on our hands indeed.
And then-
377. That's
5 more
be
points.
5 more points as well as the extra 3 on those eliminations of the final squad. That'll be 8 points added to their score. That's going to be an 8-point advantage now for Kings Canyon.
Back over to Huskers.
Digital threat wingman for Dizzy is disturbing. Like the flank to get the back half double 90, it was great, right? But you're like, okay, there was nothing that major, but then the snap damage into the wingman on the far distant, and again, a 1 versus 3 to clutch out a round. Man, this is...
The difference maker right now could be the Q stagger.
Yeah.
Right now, 9 squads left here for Huskers and the boys.
Actually-
they got to finish this game, get another one going.
I think that's a really good point you bring up. I actually think it's very likely that they will get essentially another game after this, whereas we won't see that maybe for Dizzy as great shots
But they're
coming
starting
in.
another game right now.
Yeah, but if they don't win that under 13 minutes, then we find a situation where Huskers maybe gets quote-unquote an extra game.
And remember, in the rules, you're not allowed to intentionally die or jump off the map to reset the game. You have to play the game out, and there are admins that are watching to make sure that nobody is leaving a game early. And so you're right, this could be the game changer if they're not able to end that game in sub 13.
Yeah, I think at that point, I immediately go for the 3-man split, and if it doesn't work out, we just go for even more risky choices, right? Hope that it works out. If it doesn't, on to the next lobby,
The
call it a
3-man
day.
split almost could be worth it, right?
It
You
has
split
to
up.
be.
And
In the current
you
standings-
you play your hearts out. Very good chance you get wiped, but you get like, what, 8 kills or something like that?
I mean, there's-
Load into another lobby, boom, you have a fresh new lobby to go with.
Yeah, I mean, there's an opportunity where they're going to have another 12 to 15 kills potentially in this lobby going into the favor with the knockdowns and the eliminations that you're seeing. That is a very real opportunity for the members of Reed's Money team to be able to get it. And so I think you're right. This has to be a clutch now decision for the members of King Canyon. What are they going to do? I think the split is right.
I also think it's only fair. We've been talking about Dizzy being picked up by NRG. Huskers plays for Rogue, specifically for Apex here. So
Awesome.
Rogue also pretty happy with how Huskers doing.
Yeah, I did not know that, but yeah, even more so. You know, shout out to every one of the guys that is streaming under a major organization like
How
that.
good does it feel? A game's been out 8 days and you've already been picked up by an org for something like Apex. That just shows how good of a player you really are. Huskers is doing just that. And as we say that, though, it looks like there's going to be a strike that comes down. It's
Well, no,
not
Taco
gonna be
Taco's
good.
out
Oh,
too.
no.
Visions.
This could be
baby.
detrimental.
Can he do it? No.
Oh.
Are they out? No, okay, his Visions is not out yet.
Yeah, he does have a res opportunity, but I want to raise the point of all the concerns we've had with times and games and how this game was going perfect tempo for them to end it fast enough, then go for a possible hyphy play on the next round. That mess up, if you will, might be the difference there. That one nuke setup.
Is it worth going for the respawns right now?
I don't
you do.
know.
I think you do. I think that you need to go for the respawns and finish this game out because there's still 10 minutes left remaining. You're almost guaranteed to get at least one more game in, and that's what you're going to need at this point in time. We take a look on the other side. It is a fresh game, 18 squads left alive, and I'm not too sure. You made this point up, Dreadnought, and I think you're going to be standing true on it. I don't think they have enough time to finish another game. This might be the last one for King Canyon.
And that is a huge setback if the tempo has been at a slower cadence than what we've gotten from Huskers, which according to that last game, Huskers was on the tempo to get that. But then the double nuke knockdown, I don't know if they have that case. It is going to be so interesting when we scout back with them.
Timer sits up right there. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left remaining. If you wanted to find yourself in the very first Apex Legends competition and you wanted to see it close, well, ladies and gentlemen, Twitch Rivals has the menu for you.
Nice damage coming through here. Out from Dizzy.
They decided to stick with their normal strat. Just keep on dropping Skull Town, clean it up, and rotate out.
You also have to think about this as well. I'm not 100% sure how much these guys are able to actually watch either our stream or be able to get an accurate count of how many points they have.
Right.
So they might not even know currently how close they are, and that would potentially change the strategy that they have. They have a 1-point advantage as it currently stands. Reed's Money team 1 point behind with 388. Roy's.
I think it's that next game.
Here's
that
the
is going
interesting
to
thing,
change
though.
this.
The Broys. We've been talking about this rivalry the entire day, and I think it's pretty safe to say with 9 minutes left, Shroud is going to get the win over Dr. Disrespect. Back and forth. I think Shroud's got that one.
I think so,
Third place
too.
pretty locked up.
I think that is very, very fair. It's a good shot.
Sorry,
coming
guys,
through.
I'm out of ammo. Let me just get you an EVA auto to the face.
But I'm sorry, you know, maybe I'm too obsessed with the time sensitivity, but I think that truly, depending on how this last round goes, oh my goodness, that EVA 8 damage, one more, the reload, he's got to be able to break
Melee.
vision. He uses, oh my,
the
shield to dodge all the damage from all the shots, and then oh my, Dizzy?
Yes! The
I'm
buds!
dizzy after that. That was absurd.
But he's not done just yet. There looked like there was another piece of the enemy. He's going to have to be forced to phase around because he needs to get his shields back. He has shield cells to be able to get himself those shield recharges back up, though he only has a common armor. So he's not going to have as much effective health as what you might want, but he's still flipping around.
The opponent has no armor.
Has
Yeah.
to be careful, though. R99, he also got 18
Oh, the
over
Bloodhound, he knows where he is.
61.
He's going to push up, has the opportunity to iframe in 2
Got
seconds.
it.
Damage
Oh!
there, but then the Bloodhound, see ya.
Quick
kid.
scope.
Get out of
This is
here.
swap.
He used the R99 for the first kill, turned it in like 15 frames, switches guns, 1 pump, 9 kills.
And guys, there's only 8 squads remaining. There's 8 minutes and a half remain. And as we saw that last game, out from Huskers should be rounding the end and possibly kicking off over the next few minutes.
All right,
And we'll-
realistically, I gotta ask you, Dreadnought, realistically, is there a world where King Canyon, Dizzy, Ninja, and King Richard are able to finish this game in the next, say, 7 minutes to potentially get themselves out? They've got 8 squads left alive. They're still somewhat grouped up together.
Oh, they're so far from the circle.
Is there a
though.
chance? though?
Only if they triple solo. I think that's the only way you can justify
The thing
that
is,
kind
their
of style.
positioning, they're so far away. All the other squads are going to mostly be there. Yeah, they will be able to play. Once the clock hits 0, they will be in overtime in their final game. Once that game ends, they are through with their run.
And there it is.
Yep.
The startup of the secondary game. So now it comes down to the fact that does Dizzy end this game before we hit that 8-minute time frame, now to rounding over into the 7-minute
I
time
don't think
frame.
it's
They have
possible.
20 people left. They have to absolutely high octane play, no hesitation.
We've been making the kind of cliche statement of, every kill is going to matter because every point is
Oh,
going to
it
mean
does.
something.
But it's
now is truly where that comes to the test.
Like, you
not
have to
only, not only do you need to make sure that you get every single one of your kill, but you need to also make sure that by no fluke of a chance are you looking.
Hey,
but
it happened.
It did,
But think about the game. The fact if that came after the last game and King Canyon and Reeds are both in their very last game, then we sit in a situation where technically Reeds should be able to tie it up, right? But if the case is to where Canyon is not able to get that next game and then we see Reeds take them right now, that's game. Reeds takes it.
a 30 bomb needs to come out from Reed's money team right now. I think a 30 bomb. I'd love to find out the actual numbers of how many is left in one or the other for like the nitty gritty
Yeah.
statistics. The statistician in me is kind of like really wanting to know those numbers.
But hey-
all the while you have to frag out.
Kings Canyon, 400 points. We were 1 point away in Europe.
Both teams are going to break
into
it. It's safe to say 2 teams are going to break that 400 mark.
Absolutely incredible play.
Oh, great drop in flank. My goodness. Oh, but he's got an ally to be able to aid. Actually, no, just a full turnaround in the
This
not
isn't
secondary
good.
Chaco, though.
No!
Chaco goes
Visions!
down. Uh-oh, this is actually possibly good?
It
Question
won't
mark?
matter that much. I think it's near negligible.
Okay.
Because this would be their last game. The next game is going to be their next game. However, if you want to think about it, I think it could be naturally a net positive.
The thing is that they get kills out of this lobby, then they reset the lobby with more people to
They
kill.
do,
if
they
were
do,
to
they
that.
do.
But Vision's got the kill, and he's an honorable player, so he's going to keep on going here. They're going to keep on playing this game.
6-minute warning, everybody, as we find ourselves to the home stretch.
I just felt like an arbitrary number. Here we go, folks. We're coming up with a 5-minute and 54-second warning here.
It's
Ready.
whose line is it anyways, man? Numbers don't matter here.
They don't matter.
We just say them, and the
points do, though. The points actually do matter.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's way too much money on the line to say that.
These guys really care about them points.
A Huskers definitely does. The guy's been amazing. Very standout player here for this roster, I feel like, all day. That's not taking away anything from Choco Taco or Visions, but
He gets a gold backpack. Can't go wrong with the gold backpack.
what was the benefit out of that? I didn't catch it.
Gold backpack is
healing.
fast heal, I believe. Yes, it is. Yeah, gold backpack's fast heal. Executioner is the
Body?
body. Fast heal on the backpack, and then
I think it's ultimate cooldown, CDR, and respawn time.
yeah, I think that's the other one. Yes, I think you're
On the
right.
helmet.
Yeah, and that's for the old lifeline, actually. She just puts on her golden thinking cap, and she becomes one of the greatest supply gifts ever made.
You get a crate, and you get a crate.
My latest real quick.
38 players left alive in this lobby. As long as they all do stay alive, this will be the last lobby for
I passed the balloon, dude.
Reed's money team, consisting of everybody. An extra point gets into the pockets here for Kings Canyon. They're down 9 points.
Difference.
Which the thing is, though, again, 9 points is not something that is overcomable. You're going to get 5 for winning. All you need essentially is 4 in your time.
But the Kings Canyon, I don't think have won their game yet.
No, they haven't.
That's
I
another
think the game
5
is
points
still going on. We're going to be able to get word in just a second to actually see where that's at right now. It's going to be close.
Where's the Peacekeeper and I didn't grab it?
So back and forth.
I didn't grab it.
They lost a Peacekeeper. Oh, no. Who's going to keep the peace?
All right.
How are we going to ever keep the peace?
Cascades.
So making standard rotation at this point, mid-game, playing around the highest density areas, trying to find as many kills as possible. You know, nothing major, no adaptation considering we are reaching that 5-minute mark.
Here you go.
Squads.
14 kills in the hands of Dizzy. 4 squads, 12 players left alive. All 3 members are still alive on the team as well.
They can do it. They can end this game and start another one.
He's doing his split off. He's far away from Ninja and King Richard.
That is exactly what they need to be doing if they are going to get one more game with as many kills as possible. This is very clutch here from
If
Dizzy and
King
friends.
Canyon wins this, it will be on the strategy that Ninja and King Richard went off in one direction and they let Dizzy kind of do his own thing. Yes, you could talk about how good of a player Dizzy is, but it's because they're capable and they know exactly that he can do anything that he wants on his own. That's what's able to get them a couple extra kills every match.
Yeah, because now you weren't just saying, okay, well, you all are amazing shooters. You're good shooters, right? It's, well, now we are increasing the probability that you know, to keep my metaphor going, you're running into our lamp. You know, that you are going to be the moth that just floats up to that and goes, oh, it's bright, and then see ya.
You know, when I set that lamp joke down on the table at the beginning of the broadcast,
didn't think I'd pick it
I
back
wasn't
up.
sure that you'd pick it back up, but boy, oh boy, did you do it, and you got electrified just like that moth.
The part is the joke didn't have anything to do with what he's talking about either. It was the I love loot. It's funny. It came back around like that.
Came in super.
It's what we're here for.
Great.
Holy shit, I have so much.
Now Dizzy has yet to find anybody.
I'm actually restacked.
All right, 3 squads left remaining.
More.
The question mark appears. So that does mean now that this is crunch time for King Canyon. They need to win this. If they want to guarantee that they get themselves a victory, I would say it's almost but guaranteed that if they can queue up before that timer hits 0, they will be able to get themselves in the lead just to the sheer nature of how many kills that they're able to get at the very beginning.
Yeah, and assuming that no wild hair comes in for Husker.
See Dizzy shooting straight up in the air, just being like, I'm over here. Come to me. Let me finish you now.
This is the closest that he has to a flare gun. Hey, guys, I'm over here. Can you find me, please?
I actually think that might be the secret. If you pick up the Mozambique and shoot in the air, that's how you get off.
Surprise, guys, Mozambique. We're going to have it.
The second they hear that, they'll be like, oh, we can kill that guy.
Somebody in Twitch chat is watching this, and they're going to go play, and they're going to go, these casters lied to me. I thought this was a flare gun.
If we could go full screen with Dizzy and watch him in this top 2 situation, I want to see the timer as well. I want to know how much time is
that's
left.
the big thing, is how much time is actually left.
Right now,
because
we can't see the
are they
timer.
going to be able to finish this and immediately re-queue themselves back up?
Dizzy. Top 2.
3 minutes. You just heard them say it actually in the background. So there's 3 minutes left remaining.
If they can finish this and get into another game, I think that's GG.
Yeah, it will be GG.
I feel like since we hit the 6-minute mark, this game has literally been, can Dizzy clutch before the end? And if so, this is going to come down to the fact that they were able to get a larger, you know, at least one extra game considering.
You can see he keeps pulling up his minimap. Look how far all of his teammates, Ninja and King Richard, are at least 250 to 300 meters away from each other because they have to go for this spread approach. They know that there is a chance that they are super close with Reed's money team. And so everything is coming down to getting this last squad. But yet again, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in our favorite minigame, which is where is the last squad?
Yeah, where is the last squad is definitely going to be a struggle.
They're exploring so far outside of the circle, and I feel like if I'm the last squad left in a circle this big, I'm going straight for the center. I'm saying I'm just hiding this little circle closed around me. Oh no!
Actually,
players down.
This actually is a really big.
This would be huge.
Yeah, it depends. Actually, in both directions, it's actually a huge win because it would actually start a second game if they go down here outside of the circle. And that would put Husky and Friends in another game, and now Dizzy is questionable.
That would make it even closer.
Yeah, this is insane. The fact that it is this close. Can the third member clutch it out here for Huskers? He's below 50%. Taking a lot of damage. He's spraying. He does end up getting the knock, but that means there are more outside of that circle.
Knockdown shield is still going to be
Here
there,
comes
so
the
he's going to try to get some damage.
Oh, but
all
did it-
right, no, he got full
No.
finished off. That doesn't mean that they're all done just yet, so he still can get the respawn
There's
timer.
one more person alive somewhere.
Yeah, and Dizzy, meanwhile, still sniffing around, doing his best to try and find something. No Tango's found as we take a
find
closer
out.
look.
Look at this one.
Two squads still gonna remain.
Who didn't win. I think we won this.
They think they won, but they don't know. We are in overtime. The timer is up. The time is up.
Oh, wow.
This is
Time's
it.
up.
So
So
now
this is
they
the
didn't
last
do
match.
it.
Vision has to win that. He
That-
has
yeah.
to win that game.
I think
there's
that-
no chance.
That's the biggest thing, is that we thought Dizzy may be able to get another game, and look it, they were unable to clutch this out and find a last member before
guys,
that threshold.
This is so close. It literally is going to matter who wins this game. You
Yeah.
win this game with the kills you get from it, you have a chance of overtaking it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like the fact that they were not able to get another game is going to be able to set them back, but I
think it is.
I don't know.
They are. I don't know.
They had a 9-point lead last time we saw. They have to get the 5 points here from the win.
I
to
wonder
secure.
how many. Do we know how many kills King Richard and Ninja have as well?
We do
on
not.
this? We don't. Okay.
I really don't know. It's actually like irritating me. Like that. These guys are actually just hiding.
They got him back up? No, okay, we're back up.
Yeah.
You got Chaco back up.
Yeah. So Choco's back up. Choco, as well as Visions, are
that's
alive.
huge.
Huskers
But
isn't.
Huskers
there just yet.
isn't.
No.
Huskers has been the carry.
But it's very important to highlight the fact that getting down in this situation outward, we thought they may actually lose this round. Huskers out of kind of an outlier match fast enough to get the restart. This grim circumstance, this is the end for them. We thought they may be able to clutch it out and double down on this, but right now,
They have to win.
they have to.
Not only that, but they need to make sure that they clear out the rest of this
Yeah,
lobby.
that's
There's
what-
11 potential enemies that are left alive. All of them need to be going into their favor because of how we were able to see a solid effort from Dizzy on that last circle
Yeah.
change. That means that they're going to be able to gain that lead because remember, the last time we checked the standings, they were +9. So that means a 9 deficit, including the win,
are they
which you know are
bugging
going to be traded off if both of these teams get it.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to the wire.
And that,
You
for
can
me, I
stand
feel
the
like,
shit
you know,
the whole
Dizzy
game.
really put the ball in Huskers'
that, I
squad's
swear, that's just
court.
some-
You know, straight up with the splitting and the isolating to increase the probability of finding those kills, or at least discovering the information of where they are, has set them apart here. And I feel like it's honestly the only reason it feels like they were able to eke at the top of the standings. And by no means is it over yet, but the fact that it is this close and this tense, and they are able to set themselves
the fact
apart
that
is
we're in
so
overtime,
amazing.
The fact that we're in overtime means Dizzy can
There it
just
is.
play it. Right now we're at 7-point game. Oh, Dizzy. Okay, they don't have to worry about like how fast they find the team though. That's been a problem all day. At this point, just find them and kill them. You'll win.
So if 7 point, assuming
Okay,
that it's
I actually
assuming
ran a
that it's
marathon.
3 and they get the win, that's going to be 8. That'll put Kings Canyon up to 420.
heck?
And now,
Blaze it, boys.
hey, you take a look over at Huskers though. There are, I believe, 11 or 12 left alive. 12. There's going to be 12 left alive in that lobby. If they get all of those, that's going to end up being +4. I don't think that's enough to be able to catch up to Kings Canyon.
I don't think so either.
If you're thinking about max outputs on that sense, I don't think they actually have enough.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to, you know, how live is that status that we saw? Is that exactly the amount of kills we have in the game itself, right? There's a couple of variables that can come in that
Yes.
I'm willing to go, I'm not going to draw the line concretely here, but I will say that I think that, again, based off the play we got from Dizzy, they put all of it onto Huskers and friends to really show up here, and they did early on, but it does feel like it's just slipping through.
Yeah, neither team has gotten kills in a while.
I think
But those
we have
stats
to
are
frag out.
true live right now.
Oh, wow.
But oh my goodness, it's can they find them? They can't even. Dizzy has been searching and searching for this one team. And meanwhile, on the other side, teams have been dropping like flies. There's 4 teams left. Only 12 kills.
No, we need
Well, 3 of which are
I know. No, we need
Huskers in the
7 kills
game.
to win.
So 9 kills left. They can get all those plus the win. That's 9. They found a full team.
Yeah, I see
See if they can do it.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to frag out every single member here. They
Yeah,
can't
I'm behind you.
take a look at the kill feed and actually see that anybody else has fallen to another squad because every single point is going to matter right now.
I think Vision just opened with a double knock or at least an immediate kill. As we see the pressure up into the choke once more. That's another knock there. The Gibraltar shield. They're going to pressure around to the back end, spraying there with the R301. Feels like it's inevitable there. Able to get outside of the nuke here. Even with these 3 kills, though, the question is it fast enough to be able to move on to the next group even after that point? As the third party kind of dancing around here. Dizzy in a skirmish on the other side.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the other side, Dizzy was able to get himself a lot of damage. It was 131 damage on the other side.
Find
He's
it.
going to be able to get a knock. Oh, he's not going to be able to do it. He's going to swap over to his wingman. There's he's gonna do it.
baby!
That's going to be a stab to the face. Champion banner gets thrown out. That's another 8 points onto their mark. So now it comes down to Huskers, Choco Taco, and Visions to secure every single last remaining member in this lobby if they stand a chance.
They need them all. There's only 3 squads
Fighting
left. That
hard.
means 6 total kills. I can't do the math in my head. They have to get all 6 of these kills. They have to get the 11 points.
And we're just saying it best case scenario in this
Best case
situation
scenario,
as
to
well.
give themselves the best chance. Holy crap!
Oh, and somebody got down. So the 2 squads are fighting, so they're going to have to third party. Every single down that they get. At this point, you'd almost wait for one of the enemy to pick up the other one.
Respawn, please.
No, not even respawn. Get him from a knockdown to be able to lift him up and then get it. It looks like they're going to be in the final fight. This is the home stretch, everybody. Twitch Rivals, for 4 hours, we've been grinding. Both Reed's Money team as well as King Canyon have shown us that fragging is at the forefront of their minds. Choco gets down. He's only got a common on that knockdown shield. He's going to go down. It's up to his team.
His team is moving up here. No shielding on Vision as he moves up, sprays right into him there with that R99. We got another amount of pressure onto the Allied there, but good flank too. The last one is going to stand here of this team.
Another down.
He has the opportunity to move up. Look for the res. Looks like that's going to be the case here, knowing that, again, there is that at least 2 members knocked over on the other side. Do they go for the Choco res? It seems like it might be a bit late for that.
I think it's too late. You've
Unable
got,
to
you've
find
got
it.
3 squad. You've got 3 squads left.
You don't get any points for all 3 of your players being alive.
Yeah.
You just gotta. It doesn't matter who gets the kills. They find the last one. There's the eliminations.
2 squads left remaining.
12 kills for Visions.
Oh, he's got to get all 3 here.
Yeah, I'm a.
Huskers and Visions.
They have to come to you. This 30 seconds.
They're actually going to play circle, knowing they have the advantage if they're through this choke. It seems like they're pretty confident they actually are to the southern angle here.
And it's great to see the strategies that they're going for as well. Completely opposite of what King Canyon went, where they kind of sent Dizzy off to do his own thing. Ninja and King Richard kind of went hunting as a duo. They are understanding. Choco was like, don't push up. They have to come to you. So let's take a break, recollect yourself, and put yourself in a better position to try to make sure that you get this win.
I think that is one of the beauties of taking away from the North American segment, is that we have had very different playstyles. It feels like right here with Reed, we have had be a team, be a unit, and work together, and we're going to rise to the top. And whereas it feels like, what we've gotten from the other squad is the fact that they have just been more, we're mechanically, individually better than a majority of the people here, and we're going to try and capitalize best here based on our circumstances.
They were getting shot at from the supply ship, and they've decided to leave.
I think it's mainly because the circle advantage, right?
Yeah, and again, they don't. Again, time no longer matters now. It is literally they just have to win and get these kills against the only squad that remains. The squad cannot be eliminated by anybody else. There's nobody else in this lobby. It's just can they frag and get the win.
I'm at 12.
There's going to be a supply drop that they have the opportunity to move into. The only reason I bring that up is because normally we want to see players maybe prioritize something like that, but because time no longer matters, I think you're going to notice our players also probably less up in their face. Yeah, some level of confidence when aiming down sight, but overall they can very much take a breath.
So, respawning actually coming up for Choco Taco. So, despite the thought process that me and you had here, Dreadnought, they're actually going to choose to revive him. And now, all the meanwhile, you're going to see a nice little tactical scan. It's going to come out here by Visions to see if they can find the last one. They have a rough idea of where they are, but they don't have an entire knowledge. Because this is only, I believe, round 3, the ring still doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so they have an opportunity to kind of reroute themselves around if that enemy team so chose. So now they're making sure that they play cautious, they check their corners, and they don't go too far away from each other because they need to win these last final fights.
Yeah, and when looking towards the remainder of this fight, the second that you find them, expect Visions to immediately plop Blood of the Hunt. He's going to look to get the reveal and make sure he finds individuals. And I actually like that we have seen him hold on to it here a little bit longer until he knows there's a possible skirmish, or at least a bit more confidence, more up on the 90th percentile before you are willing to use that. Because if it's only for scanning, well, as we've seen, it doesn't always, get you in the situation to find a couple of those kills.
Visions feels pretty confident, though, around this corner. Being very cautious here.
Again, making sure that they don't go anywhere too crazy.
Just one guy.
The other issue as well is because they're finding themselves at the end of the game where they are, there's so much verticality, there's so much, there's so many places that the enemy can be that they're going to have to be careful, make sure they check all of their corners. Great job actually by Visions to decide to find himself at a high spot. You got to make sure, oh, there's a roof. Oh, there's a roof. Oh, there's a climb. There, he's able to get it.
I'm just gonna stay up here, dude.
And it's also really beneficial because if somehow they're below the canal, right, they have to move through him. The only way up to him is one zip line outside of any other creative, you know, plays using the character kits themselves.
Okay.
Come here,
I
Choco.
don't like it. I don't like it.
Come
It
to
just
me,
seems
Choco.
no reason. There's no reason for that. We can just sit here together.
I like
win
that.
the
You
game
see them
and win
always
the
reeling it in, right? They're getting impatient. It's so common as a Battle Royale player to have impatience at moments like this. Honestly, I don't think Battle Royale is the only one, but it shows the most within a Battle Royale how eager you can become.
My heart's beating.
Yeah.
Like I'm in top 2 with them. There's so much on the line here.
I was about to say, congratulations. I'm glad to know that you're alive.
Yeah,
Your
so,
heart
dude,
beating.
it feels so good. Feel the oxygen. Circle closing.
This is a huge moment. Blood of the Hunt's going to be very, very soon here. With the pressure that's going to bring up the other team to come in, there's the vision.
Oh,
Here
there
we
it
go,
is.
boys!
Beast of the Hunt is here. It's time to rock and roll. The last 2 squads are alive, and it's
Airstrike on you,
Reed's
airstrike on
money team that needs to get these last couple kills as well as the win to ensure that there's even a chance that they can compete with
Someone's
Kings
damaged.
Canyon.
The other team is in the circle.
Water with me.
Oh, that nuke actually on top of him as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shielding and a lot of damage can come through. Positional advantage still.
They got him!
In favor of Reed and
They
friends,
did it!
and they get themselves their final
Oh my
championship
goodness, it's
ban.
gonna be down to the wire. It's gonna be so few points. I want you to remember, they were down twice. Twice Visions had to clutch. Once they had to respawn Choco Taco. Oh, they came so close to losing that game, but they pull off, what is that, 25 bomb and the win that's worth 30 points.
Is it enough, though?
Again, a lot of those points were already factored into the scoreboard we saw. Folks, we're gonna take a quick break just to make sure we get all the points right. Make sure we get them all right. When we come back, we will have you the point total. I'll leave you a skadoodle here. Oh, man. It has been 8 hours of Apex Legends. 4 in Europe. We saw Team Main run away with it here, and now into North America. We have finished. We have a winner. We don't know who it is. They haven't told us. We're going to be surprised. You guys are going to be surprised. I want to know who it is.
Dun,
it was
dun,
King
dun, dun.
Canyon by
1 point!
420 for the win.
Oh, wait. Let's reel this back. We asked what kills or wins.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
What kills or wins matter the most at the end of the day, and it was
wins.
the W that came in for Kings Canyon.
Which means that Raid Money Team actually makes the most money because they have the most kills, so they make $14,500 out of this. But Kings Canyon take home the win.
1 point stood between these two teams. We mentioned, and you said it best, Dreadnought, that, yeah, kills are cool. It's great to rack up. It's great to get those highlights, but you still got to win the game at the end of the day. Those extra 3 wins, if you'd have got those 3 wins, that's 15 points. This would have been a no contest.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And one thing that we got to bring up, we looked at it all day long. The Broys versus Visrespect. We've got the answer. Is Shroud good enough? He's too cocky. I'm bringing him down.
You didn't bring
The answer is cockiness is not cockiness when it's backed up with action.
50 points and 60 kills separated the two teams.
Better luck next time, Doc. You haven't brought him down just yet. The meme lord in my mind cannot deal with the fact that 420 points was what you needed to win here today. Kings Canyon takes it, but holy crap, folks, it's been incredible. Today's been awesome. Look at Ninja's happy. Look at him.
Giving you the head bob.
Where's the pom-pom, man? Come on. Oh, okay, never mind, sorry.
He doesn't need it. He's happy.
He's happy about that, but oh man, it's just Dr. Disrespect's reaction.
Probably not a good look.
It's good.
How's he feeling?
How you feel, Doc? Not interested to hear what we have to say.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
I'm so sorry,
You're gonna get.
I'm so sorry.
Were you about to say the Doc's gonna tweet at me?
Oh, no.
If that would be if he's like mad at me about it, that'd be the highlight of my day.
Highlight of my career at this point.
Here you go.
Let's go. Fantastic stuff from everybody involved. A wonderful, wonderful event. And folks, we're playing Apex Legends again next Tuesday. You thought this was fun. We're doing it all again. And tomorrow, folks, we are completely switching gears. We're going into a Celeste speedrun. Some fantastic streamers are going to be playing one of the most beautiful and amazing games I've gotten to play in recent memory. Have you guys played Celeste?
If you want to see Pixel Perfect, you saw Pixel Perfect on some shots.
Yeah.
Even more Pixel Perfect are speedrunners playing Celeste.
Oh,
it is a beautiful game. If you haven't had a chance to play it. It's like less than it's like less than $25 on Steam.
It's $20
really
on the
good.
Switch.
And watching speedrunners play this game and how perfect they're able to get, it's really nice.
It was absolutely a gem of 2018. Celeste was on multiple levels, and definitely beauty and the art is absolutely one of the things that puts it at the forefront of that.
Yeah, but also just mind-blowingly difficult. I cannot wait to watch some players do it with perfection because I have been pulling my hair out at how bad I am at Celeste of late. Folks, this has been an amazing day. It's been all about Apex Legends. Tomorrow we're doing Celeste. Next week we're doing Apex all again. For me, from Jump, from Dreadnought, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.
Let's go. There we go. 80 kills first play.
Давай, получился! Это просто что-то с чем-то! Добивай!
Okay, the cloud's running away.